2065 and the planet Earth had reached its maximum of humans that can habit on it. Since 2030, the population had increased in extreme amounts. However, humans had continued to have and create new ones. Now the living conditions in this planet are difficult. There is barely food to feed on one meal per day diet. Scientists had been working to find planets with a similar living conditions so that some humans can move. Different technology had evolved and produced on this couple last year, making it more easy to travel to outer space, and in one of these journeys, different creatures were found. Humans gave them the name of aliens, since they are creatures that are very strange and have never ever seen before in planet Earth. With the help of new technology, spaceships were built capable of flying thousands of hundreds light years ago from Earth. Luckily for humans, their new home wasn't that far away. Indeed, it was actually a short distance away. It was planet Mars, discovered hundreds of years ago but never studied deeply enough to know that humans can live there. They also found out that aliens lived there and gave them the name of Martians. Meanwhile, in planet Earth, a big dispute was taking place in the international government of the future, where two big groups were fighting for the strange creatures found in Mars, called Martians. The anti-Martians thought that these creatures were ugly, disgusting, and that they were threats to humanity, since humans were moving to Mars. They also thought that the only way to get rid of these creatures and avoid problems was killing them. The protectors, by the other side, defended them with all the power they had, showing that they were also living creatures and that they deserved to live and have the right of it. Since the debates were strong and didn't show to have an end, some scientists decided to make an experiment using both groups of people. The plan was that they were going to send these two groups with different ideas to opposite sides of Mars to see which living option was better, so that later on more humans could move in, and that was done to look for results. The anti-Martians arrived to the west side of Mars, and since they put the first foot on land, everything was a catastrophe. They took very powerful weapons to the Martians. They also took cages to kidnap them because they thought they were annoying. After 1 week of humans living in Mars, 3 out of 4 Martians from the west side of Mars were killed. It was very lonely. The survival ones were hired or in cages. It was like a sea with no water, or a forest without trees. The moon was bloody and tense, but anti-Martian humans thought that it was the perfect place to live, now that there weren't weird creatures running around. They believed it was paradise, now that their mission was accomplished. In the eastern side of Mars, everything was going great. Humans had an awesome relationship with Martians. They lived together and helped each other, accepted their differences but lived very well in harmony. Once the Eastern Martians knew about the horrible stuff happening in the other side of the planet, they were forced to escape since the anti-aliens were going for them. So they flew to the Martian moon with the Protector. Here, they had a military base and they started creating laser weapons to threaten anti-alien humans to go back to their planet, where they were going to be killed. Martians were a very nice species of aliens, but if they were in danger, they were very violent and would do whatever it takes to defend their territory. They also planned an attack with help of the intelligence of the Protectors, who had always wanted to kill the anti-aliens, since they were the worst type of human beings that had ever existed. They were first going to tell them nicely but firmly to leave and go away from their land, and if this didn't work, then they would throw bombs and will shoot them with laser guns until they decided to leave or stay and die. They built 3 enormous spaceships and 3,000 laser guns plus 500 bombs. War was about to start. Humans, please leave our land or you will regret it, President Mars said. Oh, but we won't, the humans affirmed. We don't want to harm you, but if you refuse, then we will have to use violence. Do you think we are afraid of you, little useless creatures? It's the last chance. Take it or leave it. We won't move. This is our land now. Attack! President Mars yelled. Troops with laser guns started lighting the sky. Multicolored rays came from the moon to Mars, making the light show. Unluckily, it was the sound of war. The anti-alien humans also passed back. The sound of guns and bombs sounded miles away from this planet. It could be heard from the planet Earth, too. Since there were thousands of Martians fighting against barely 50 humans, the international government of the future sent a spaceship to rescue them from dying. Sadly, only 34 humans were saved because they hid. Now Martians had gained again the power of the planet Mars with the help of the Protectors. They were now working hard to recover the cities from the damage of war. It was now time for the Protectors to go back to planet Earth to show the international government of the future what they have done. It was a very sad moment since both had made a very close relationship between them. They showed the inhabitants of planet Earth how lucky they were to discover life in another planet and how kind, nice and helpful they were. They also talked to the international government of the future to ask for a permission to move to this planet permanently. The authorization was given to the Protectors and their families. However, if someone wanted to move to Mars, they had to complete a series of tests and exams to show that they would be a good citizen and avoid future problems in Mars. The group of people who moved to Mars is now very successful and living on the Martians with harmony, and the most important of all, they accept their differences and discovered that what makes each of us different is a mix.